Hello and welcome to tonight's live stream. Just getting everything set up so we're ready to go tonight. All right, that looks like a good view from my perspective. I have my phone set up in front of me so I can watch the chat, make sure everything looks like it's in view. Got me some water so I don't get too parched. And I've got my supplies. Hello, Kujin. Hello, Art with April. How are you guys? So I'm getting back on schedule to do a weekly live stream. So I'm going to do one every Wednesday at this time. So 6 p.m. Central Time in my little corner of the world. Kujin, I am good. Thank you for asking. April, I'm glad you're doing good. And I'm still doing my monthly live streams for the Let's Make a Monster live stream. I do that the last Sunday of the month. So I just did one of those on Sunday. But Sundays are a little bit sporadic for me as what will work. So I can't do a stream every Sunday, but I think Wednesday at this time should work for me. So I'm starting off. I've got this mixture of metallic. So it's got some gold and silver and different stuff in it that's left over from a previous project. And some green mixture that's left over from a previous project. And I'm going to mix those together and just make a little monster tonight. I also have some foil to bulk up the body. And then I have a couple of pre-baked parts. I have a couple eyes and a tooth. I have a general idea of how I want this monster to look tonight. Hello, Jessica. It's going good. Hopefully I don't have any allergy issues tonight. How are you doing? I should be getting to the tail end of the really bad allergy season for me. Usually August is the really, really bad one. I'll still have issues if I spend a lot of time outside all the way up to the end of October, but not like it is now. Kujin says, I was about to pop up to bed and saw you were streaming, so I wanted to say hi and give you a like. Thank you. I appreciate it, Kujin. I've been watching some of your animations. They're really cute. Jessica's doing is great. That's awesome. Got a busy weekend this weekend. Take care, Kujin. Thanks for popping on. I've already got my video ready for Monday, my edited video. Then I've got another big project that I'm trying to get finished up that hopefully will be an edited video sometime in September. So this stuff's pretty firm. April says, I convinced my parents to get pizza. That's awesome. I just had a really quick dinner. Had about an hour in between when I got home and my stream to get all my stuff ready and get some laundry started. Bye, Kujin. Have a great night. Get this stuff mixed up. Polymer clay is definitely a workout for your hands, which I don't know is necessarily a good thing right now. I've been working pretty hard at my new job, but hopefully they hold up. Gonna separate this into some smaller sections to hopefully mix it a little bit better. Anybody else working on any art this evening or this week? So that's mixed up pretty well. I'll try to get the rest of it mixed. April drew a new character. What kind of character, April? Is it for a comic? Is it for something else? Hello, Rose. Rose says, hey, just wanted to say I'm in bed and want to sleep and will keep your stream on because listening and watching is so relaxing. Aw, thank you. What time is it where you're at, Rose? Miss says, hi, sorry I'm late, mixed up the time difference. No worry, I just got started a few minutes ago. I don't think this monster will take a real long time, but I do want to kind of come up with some longer streams for Wednesday nights from bigger projects, but right now I'm just trying to get in the habit of doing these and giving myself, you know, some time to create some new projects. April says, I was bored in class and her name is Bella. Cool. And it's 1 a.m. where Rose is at. So about 7 hours later than it is here in the middle of Nebraska. I almost have this mixed up to where I'm happy with it. I don't necessarily want it to be a solid color, but I want kind of a greenish gold metallic-y look. So you can kind of see it. Get a good view. Hello, Gloria. How are you? I feel like I have more audience overseas than I do here in the States, which is it's pretty cool for me, like to be able to connect with these people that I wouldn't be able to connect with through like my normal conventions, which haven't really happened this year. April says I can get a new job now, but I haven't, but I can. Cool. Yeah, I kind of went through, I don't want to say went through. I got laid off in March, started a new job in June. Is that right? And then I stayed there for 4 weeks and got offered a different job at a different place that was more of what I wanted to do. And I hated leaving the one I just started, but I couldn't pass up this position. So I stayed, you know, put in my 2 weeks. So I worked at that job for 6 weeks, and now I'm at my 5th week at this new position. Gloria says, let's say I'm okay. That doesn't sound really reassuring, but it's better than awful. Well, happy belated birthday, April. So here's my foil that I want for this guy, but I'm going to bulk it up just a little bit more. Just going to be kind of a round, not quite ball shape. I was looking at some of my figurines I have in my game room, and I have some Little Monsters by Chris Reiniak, and they kind of have a very solid, close, what do I want to say, not close knit, but like they don't have parts sticking out, so I think they'd be really easy to mold, but I thought it would be really fun to sculpt it. Gloria says, yeah, better than awful. Well, that's good. We don't ever want awful. So anyway, so this little guy is kind of inspired by some of the stuff I have from Chris Reiniak. He's one of my favorite artists as far as ones like that do unique like their own creations. Like he doesn't do any pop culture stuff that I'm aware of. So I'm just going to spread this out. I think I'm going to indent this so I can have a little place of where his head would, you know, like to indicate where his head is. Let's see here. Gonna have it dip in. I don't know if that'll be noticeable after I put clay on it or not. We'll see if what I can sculpt is even halfway resemble the vision in my head. So I'm just getting this spread out, trying to get it about as even as I can. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to bring it around. I'm going to try to push it in where that indentation is. Cover the bottom of it. Get rid of some of my excess. Make sure it has a nice flat surface to rest on. I am going to give him little feetsies, but I'm just going to have him like poking out. Like he's got this big, you know, kind of roundish body that kind of covers up everything. So you don't really see legs or much of his feet, just little toesies. Get that covered on the top. Thank you, Gloria. Like I said, it was just some blocks or not blocks, but a couple of different mixtures I had left over, and then I just mixed them together. I always like doing stuff with shiny or, you know, glittery clay. Miz, I'm just kind of making my own unique monster, but inspired, very loosely inspired by some of the little sculptures I have of Chris Reiniak. But I have followed Chris for years. I used to see him on a YouTube show called Toy Break. And that show isn't on anymore. But I still follow him on Instagram. And then he's actually kind of, has expanded. And so now some of his stuff is more mass produced, where he does these little blind boxes. And so you don't know, you know, it's a mystery of what monster's inside there. Miz, if I think about it, I'll share it to the group. And for those of you who don't know, I did start a group on Facebook for kind of more for the YouTube channel. I feel like group notifications get seen more than page notifications, so I started Andrew's Creation Club on Facebook. And that way I thought it would be easier to share with people when I go live. If I have, you know, want to do a poll on what an upcoming video should be, I could have people vote there, because I don't think you could do a more than 2-question poll on a Facebook page. So if you guys want to join that, yeah, just look for Andrew's Creation Club and just click join, and then when I see it come through, I will accept you. But I didn't want it to make it just about me. I wanted to have a place where people could share their art, and if they have a YouTube channel or Etsy shop or something like that, I know a lot of groups won't allow that, but I just try to limit it to, I think, a couple posts a day for everybody, so that way not one person is just fill in the feed. Jessica says, is the clay you use hard? I used Sculpey 3 when I made the beads and pendants because someone told me it was better for beginners. Primo is firmer than Sculpey 3 because I started with Sculpey 3, but I feel it holds detail better. And lots of times, if you like, beads would be great for Sculpey 3, but if you wanted to do a more detailed sculpture, I think you have to like bake it more often. You know, like you do a little bit of the sculpture, bake it, add to it, bake it, because there's a better chance or greater chance of messing up the sculpture as you're going because the clay is so soft. All right, I'm gonna mess up this name, Shadab Safi. How are you? And you can let me know how bad I butchered it. Yeah, and don't ever bake it for longer than what it says, or not longer, at a higher temperature. You can bake stuff multiple times. I've baked stuff up to I think 8 times and never had an issue. Hello, kitty. All right, so this is our kind of like almost like a peanut shape for our little monster. His first time a foreigner to my name. Ah. So was I close? Sticky Art Channel, hello, how are you? We still need to do our collab, bud. This summer's kind of gotten away. I'm so sorry. Now I don't even want to say it. I hate it when I mess up people's names. I feel so bad. Yes, this summer has vanished. So I want to do a collaboration with Sticky Art Channel where I sculpt his logo frog and he draws my mascot monster. So we're trying to coordinate that at some point. All right. Oh, that's awesome you ordered some clay. I need to get some. I'm running out of certain colors, so I need to restock. So there's a look at our little monster so far. Kind of looks worried the way his eyes are. And I got this big old tooth. It's almost too big. Sticky Art Channel, I've tried that a little bit. I haven't had too much experience with it. Trino Knights just had a video on cosplay and the Sculpey leather. So I want to try out both of those. Miz says I have a plain Swedish name, but my name tag at work spelled it so wrong that nobody knew how to pronounce it. It's weirdly cute in a way. Okay, so you have to give me what can I refer to you in the chat, because I like to read most of the chat on screen, and I don't know. I want to say Shadab, but I know that's wrong. Sticky Art says it's good when it's baked. It's still a little flex. Rose Tyler, it looks like a little blob from Hotel Transylvania. Bendy, huh? So, yeah, that Sculpey leather really is bendy, and so is Cos Clay. And I think she's going to do a video comparing each one of those and Sculpey Bend and Bake, which I had that. Miz says they spelled Susan as Suzanne? Suzanne? I don't know. That doesn't sound right either. All right, so there, I cut off some of the excess of that tooth to kind of bring it down a little bit. And then I'm going to give it a lower lip so I can kind of cover up that tooth. And then I will figure out what I'm going to do with the body. And I want to give it some ears too. I like giving them like kind of gizmo-y pointed ears. Oh, sorry, Miz. I thought that was Sculpey leather. You're right. It is female leather. Thank you for correcting me. Yep, because Sculpey has Bend and Bake. There's Cos Clay and then female leather. Gloria, are you on your phone on watching the live stream? Hello, Delaney. So if you go to my channel on your phone and you hit the community tab, there should be a post, just maybe not the most recent post, but like a post before that about the group, and you should be able to click on the link there. It might not show up in the like a Facebook search just because it's a pretty small group. It's literally 4:51 in India, and I really want to see the end piece. Well, and if you can't make it, I will keep this stream up, and you can just fast forward to the end after it's up. So I always keep my live streams up, so if somebody didn't get to see it all or want to see how something started, ended, whatever, that way it's up there. And Miz says, I have a few packs in my stash, that's why I remembered. Yeah, I'm just so used to working with Sculpey and not Fimo, so I just filled in the blanks in my head with Sculpey. There we go. That's getting a little better. Sticky Art Channel says, do you use wax paper or parchment? I use wax paper. You can use parchment, and I actually use wax paper because when I use Warbler, yeah, and that's what, like, it actually works better to use the wax paper than the parchment. But I have used both in the past. So, I mean, I guess what I'm saying is if you only have parchment, you can use it. But if you have a choice, use wax. Miz says he's cute. Thank you. All right. I'm going to give him a little bit of texture on his lip. I like to give it little ridges. He's got a pretty fat lip. I saw your channel on my homepage, and I literally clicked it and joined the live, and I think I made a pretty good decision. Oh, thank you. Yeah, be sure to subscribe. Check out some of my other stuff. So, anybody new here, I'll give you the rundown. I'm trying to go do a live stream every Wednesday at this time. And then I also do a live stream the last Sunday of the month at 2 p.m. Central Time. So that, would be a lot, well, 4 hours earlier than this one. And on the Let's Make a Monster stream, I will create, I'll have a base idea for the body of the monster, and then I let the user or the viewers decide on the attributes, like how many eyes, horns, all that stuff. So that's a lot of fun. But I do also post an edited video every week. Usually it's on Monday, but if it's not quite done by Monday, it might be late. So I have like 240 videos on my channel right now. So there's a lot of content to go through there. And just let me know if there's something you guys want me to make in the future. And I've got a little idea book, and if it's, you know, something that strikes me as the, like, if I have the motivation for it at the time, I will definitely do that. Yeah, so we talked about doing a spider shape for the next one. I've got that written down, so I'm going to make some legs ahead of time. Scroll back through the chat. Kitty says, you made a good choice. Thank you. Hello, Toast. How are you? Sticky Art, love the characters so far. Thank you. Then Sticky Art asked, do you ever sketch ideas first? Sometimes, but not very often. When I was doing the teddy bears, I used to do a lot of teddy bears before my YouTube channel, and you'll see some of them in some of my videos. And I kind of sketched out how I wanted to do those, like the base design of them. And when I was doing my one-eyed blobs, I actually sculpted the basic idea of those. Oh boy, so subscribe. You have lots of videos. Yes, I've been doing this for about 2.5 years, so. And I try to post every week, and last year I did a 31 days of Halloween, so we got, you know, 31 videos that month, and some weeks I'll post 2 videos. I would like to do a 31 days of Halloween this year, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. Just going to have to wait and see, but in October I'll still do Halloween-related videos. Toast says maybe a jellyfish with spikes and stuff. That would be cool. Sticky Art, nice. I sketched 2 different angles first. Cool. But Sticky Art, you're definitely, I mean, you're a way better 2D artist than I am. And I kind of, you know, like vision everything in layers. And so, I mean, I always have a really good idea of what I'm going to do, even if what I do turns out differently. But I think just the way my brain works, I mean, it just works for me to kind of, you know, work with the idea in my head and then sculpt it. I definitely put a lot of thought into a lot of my sculptures. These ears might be pretty big for this guy. Let's see what we can do here. I want to say there was another thing that I did some sketches of, but I can't remember. Because I even think oh, the Wonky Weirdlings. When I started doing those, I did some different sketches of them. Okay, see that guy with his ears? Toast says, I think maybe an animal part of it melted or something. That could be really creepy. But I like it. Gloria says, found the group. Awesome, Gloria. I will check my notifications after the stream and make sure you get added. Kitty says, an ice cream bunny. Kitty, have you seen the Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon? The one, not the current season or series, but the one before? And they had Ice Cream Kitty. I've always wanted to sculpt Ice Cream Kitty. It's so cute. I used to make clay Pokemons, and that time I didn't have the microwave or something to bake it in. I always end up mushing it in the end. Kitty says, an ice cream bunny. Melting cookie cat. It's a cat for your tummy. Yum. So right now I've got my ears shaped, so I'm just going to try to get some detail on them and get them smoothed in so they stay attached to the body. All right. This guy's getting there. Sticky Art says, I have been trying to post a new vid on here every other day. That's really awesome. And I've seen you had some new videos up, and I have not watched any of your most recent stuff, so I need to. I'm behind. I mean, you're not the only channel I'm ignoring. Um, it's been a busy week trying to do everything. You just reminded me of Ace of Clay. Yeah, in fact, I did Ace of Clay's challenge. I was going to do it every month, but I did his first challenge in May, and that was to make a goblin. So if you want to see my what I call my unofficial collaboration with Ace of Clay, definitely watch my Sea Goblin video. That's one of my more detailed pieces. Ms. says, I tried to make a romantic pair of snails from 2 shells I found in the garden a few weeks ago. I still get a creepy feeling whenever I look at them, so they're not very romantic. Sam Bailey, hi. Hi, everyone. I can't stay long, but I finally made a live stream. Awesome. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, lots of times Sticky Art channel. I'll go, like, the channels I miss, because I miss some of yours, and then I follow some different video game channels like Happy Console Gamer, and I'll go in like on a weekend and just go directly to their channel and watch stuff. But I will definitely try to get caught up here. What is interesting to you? Reviews are kind of specific. Yeah, I mean, but a lot of the stuff, I mean, I'll still, like, I like to watch just different people's perspective on things. But I love, like any kind of creation videos, and I love like retro gaming. A lot of the channels I watch, like I watch Retro Ralph and Cool Toy and stuff, and they do, like the arcade 1-up machines and some different stuff like that. Oh my god, you can needle felt. I tried once and ended up ruining it. Well, yeah, definitely stick with it. Definitely check out my Jigglypuff if you like Pokemon. It's half scale, so it's really big. San says, I usually have to watch them later in the week. I love to watch them live, though. Well, thank you. Toe says, please do gaming with Andrew segment. Sticky Art says, you should try the hard challenge with clay, though. What's the hard challenge with clay? What am I missing there? Toe says, like once a month or something. Oh, a gaming one, yeah. Well, I wonder if I could do, like, because I watch a lot of, what do I want to say? Like, ways to grow your channel. And everybody says stay, like, consistent. Like, if I was going to do gaming, I should have a separate channel for that. I mean, like, this is all my art, so it's pretty, it's all under the same umbrella of interest. But I wonder if I could do a combination of, like, gaming with creation, where, like, I did my Ink Bendy video, so, like, I could do some of the Ink Bendy, like, gaming stuff and then transition it over to, like, the creation part. Just a thought. Oh, okay, so Sticky Art says, so hard challenge, draw the same thing 3 times 10 minutes each, but with clay. Sticky Art, do you follow Box Office Artist? He's done some things like that where he does like 1 minute, 10 minutes, 100 minutes. And I mean, this guy's amazing. It's really cool to watch what he's done. You have to be active, but for the fact that you are doing this 2 years for you're going really good. Thank you. Kitty says I would watch that. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, YouTube it's tough. It's a marathon. And, even then there's no guarantees, so I'm really happy with the growth my channel's had. I'm happy with the community, and that's why I like doing the live streams, because I can, hang out on a evening, and scheduling a live stream too kind of like forces me to make sure, like, hey, don't be lazy. You need to make art tonight. Sticky Art says you have been here 2 years. Same here. Awesome. Yeah, it's about 2.5 is where I'm at now. I started in January of 18. Hey, you got a new active subscriber. That's me. Awesome. Thank you so much. So the one thing you'll notice is the stuff I make on live streams are a little simpler, even though we've gotten kind of crazy with the Let's Make a Monster live streams. Because you're looking at someone that takes, like I've been on this guy for a half hour, where I've got some of my, sculptures I've spent up to 40 hours on, so you're gonna get different levels of detail in the different types of videos I have. I don't know how I got onto that idea, but anyway, kind of rambling here. Toe says, honestly, the fact that you were consistent for 2 years makes me know you actually like this and not doing it only for the money. Yeah, I love it. I mean, and that's the thing they said. So I joined this video ranking academy with Think Media, and they talk about it. It's like, I mean, of course you want to make money at something you put a lot of time and effort into it, but you have to, it's like you have to have the passion. I would do this, I've been doing clay for 10 years. I mean, I would do stuff like this anyway, but if you can put more effort into it and get more out of it, it's like if I can do this full time eventually, I mean, that's a dream. I mean, it's just, who wouldn't want to do that? I mean, it's just like anybody else who's doing what they've, pursued for their career. So I've got these little arms. Kitty says, oh boy, that's how you tell you enjoy the art. Yep, and I've always loved art. I think there was, a time in my life where I was working so much, and I'm still, working, pretty much full time. But, I used to work at a place, I did it for 19 years, and I would work up to 80 hours a week there. And it's, I didn't do the art then. I mean, I would like, oh, I'm going to start drawing. And I, do 2 drawings, and 6 months later, I do something else. But after I quit there and went to just a, regular 40-hour week job, I was able to start doing art and then, expand from there. Sticky says, Toast Killer, most people don't make a lot on here, was doing it for the fun and got monetized by luck. Yeah, and I'll be 100% honest with you. I mean, I definitely wanted to be monetized on here, and I am now. I got monetized in March. But like I said, I mean, if I can make money at it, I can do it, more often. I mean, I'm not... it's just like, somebody who's a professional athlete. I mean, they make money at it. They can, continue to do that as, they can put more time into it. Or any kind of entertainer, whether, you're a stand-up comedian, an actor, a singer, whatever. It's like you want to be passionate about it. And, if you can make that dream your career, even better. But I mean, it's not like I feel like I have to do this full time. What do you guys think of that? This little guy. So Sticky Art says, affiliate and commissions is how I make money though. So is that, you've said you've done more reviews. Is that, are you doing affiliate links for those? Toast says, honestly, some art YouTubers clickbait the schnizzles out of the videos, and it's so clear they're doing this for the AdSense. Sticky Art Channel says, love it. Thank you. Kitty says, yes, passion is the key to everything. I do art. I do free art, but just because I enjoy it, it's the best way. Yeah, and my wife gives me a hard time because I do give away a lot of stuff, but I've done conventions, and and the thing is, like, you spend a lot on art supplies and you're putting a lot of time into it. Gloria says, with what do you film, record your videos, and streams? I use my iPad, so it's on this arm, this kind of arm thing that hovers it above my desk, and that's what I film everything with, unless I'm, like, I think there's been a couple where I've been on the road and I've used my phone and I transfer the video over to my iPad, and I do all my editing on my iPad. Sticky Art says, but I partner with Michael's Art Supplies and some other companies. That's awesome. Yeah, I haven't the Amazon affiliate thing, but I haven't done much with it. So hopefully it's still active. One of the things they recommend is, doing a video of your either streaming setup or your filming setup, and then having the links to those products in there. And like for me, this arm that I have, this is the third one I got. And the reason why I like it is because I have a full-size iPad, and everything else, the iPad would droop when I put it on there. So this will actually keep it in place. So I mean, I could do an affiliate link to that arm, and say, hey, this is what I use. I really like it. This isn't a sponsored video, but I do have an affiliate link down below. Gloria says, okay. Sticky Art says, I get a small commission from online sales. I use it to buy my art supplies. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, if it's, even it kind of offsets some of the costs. Toe says, I wish you could start the stream sooner because at 1:40 a.m. I have to online school tomorrow. Sorry, I work during the day here. San says, I gift a lot of my projects, but I'm constantly trying to improve. I give a lot to friends because I want to try something and use them as a trial. Yeah, that's awesome. And the thing is, like, if you make art and you give it away, it's like you've still learned and gotten practice from doing that piece. And there's some pieces like, if I have a piece that takes me 20 hours, well, I don't want to charge somebody $200 for that. I mean, to me, that's like, I don't think that's fair. I mean, I know it is, but it's like, I'd rather give that away and feel, just be nice and just do that than try to get what I put into it, out of it. Kitty says, Michael's can be expensive though. Their yarn is always on sale though. Kitty says, yes, just go to Hobby Lobby. All my money goes to college. Yeah, and I always use the coupon at Hobby Lobby, and I try to go when their clay is on sale. The closest Michael's is about 3 hours away, but the closest Hobby Lobby is about an hour. Oh, and anime. Now the truth comes out, Kitty. Sticky Art says, if it's a commission, I always charge for all the labor. I have a hard time doing commissions, though, because I have to be, like, really motivated to make something. Hello, Theo. But I always quote up front. Yeah, and then I do that, too. I mean, I've done a few. I haven't done any recently. So there's our little monster. Get a good look at him. Oh, I got him off camera, so I'll bring him up. All right, I need to catch up on the chat. Kitty says, I'm going to draw anyway. Why not do it for free for your fellow human? Ms. says, I've been to America once and visited one store of each of Joanne's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. The size and selection was amazing. I had planned to go back this year, but obviously that can't happen. Yeah, that sucks. San says, I like the dog sculpture I posted in your Facebook group. I never did a dog before, so Do that promo for a friend. Yeah, those are fun to see. Thank you for posting those. Theo says, I like his eyes. Miss says, so cute. Love him. Thank you. I don't know if I should want to give him a tail. Sticky Art says, I personally never do artwork for free. That's not how any other business is. Yeah, and that's true. And that's like, I mean, if you want to do it for free, that's fine. If you want to do something else, you know, it's like, but it bothers me when people expect it to be free. Toe says he looks great. San says looks great. Or she, lol, yeah. I don't know the gender of this little guy. I do want to give it a belly button. Theo says I only do for free for things like presents and gifts. Yeah, I love doing art as gifts. The only thing is, every once in a while, Theo, like I'll get to it and I'll be like, now I feel like I'm in 4th grade, you know, making a little sculpture for my mom. You know, it's like I can't afford to get you anything, you know, but I also like to do like you know, handmade gifts because I can make something that you can't get in the store, you know, and when you're an adult, it's like it's hard to figure out what to buy people. But, you know, if I could make something, especially if it's something like if they're into a, like use Kitty as an example, if they're into an anime that doesn't have much merchandise, you know, I could make something from that anime that they won't ever be able to find. Or if you want to do a mashup, like I did my Pikachu Godzilla mashup, I mean, there'll never be merchandise of that. I mean, with Toho owning one and Nintendo or the Pokemon Company owning the other, you're not going to get a cross, you know, a mashup manufactured that way. Kitty says, I mean, that's how I got work on all my comics. People love free labor. I don't mind labor. Toast says, what should we name it? Sticky says, I can't stand when people expect art for free. Yeah, that's the worst. I mean, it's like, right, well, you're going to come, you know, shingle my roof for free or mow my lawn or, you know, whatever. Sorry, getting off on a rant here. Miss says, I do art for gifts, but mostly I keep for myself. If I spend hours or days a week on a sculpture, doll, or knitted pair of socks, I won't give it to just anybody. Kitty says, yeah, that's sad when people expect it. San says, sorry, gotta go. Gotta get my son to bed. Stay safe, everyone. Thanks for stopping in. I will post in the group when I do another live stream, but I'm planning every Wednesday at this time. Theo says, I like to do homemade sketchbooks for fellow drawers. That's awesome. Toe says, Goblin Chew. LOL, awesome. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because they don't understand that the person who made it put a lot of effort into it. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I don't know why it's different. But it is. Oh, can't you just draw me that? But, anywho's, just adding a little bit of texture to it with the ball tool. Kind of see that. Kitty says it's aggravating when someone expects it and doesn't even appreciate their work. Yeah, it is. But you gotta kind of take the good with the bad. There are other people that'll be, you know, blown away by it. All right. Well, I think this little character is done. I really like him or her. So, just kind of going through and just a little bit more texture. I don't want to texture the whole thing, but I like having these sporadic little areas. I wonder if I should give it a tail, though. I think I'll give it a tail. It seems kind of blank back there, barren, so I can bring a tail around. Theo says maybe add a chip or something to the tooth. I could, but it would be too hard to try. Like, I'd have to dig it back out and then cut into it. But I could definitely do something like that for a future one, have a little chip tooth. And it wouldn't be the first time, Theo, that I've gotten this far in a sculpture and then like not started over, but ruined a lot of my work because like I wanted to change one little thing. It says, yeah, put a tail coming in front from the back. Awesome, yes. We're going to do that. Or I'm going to do that. Miz says, I like to try new things, so I call my projects prototypes and refuse to give them away. I did sell a bunch of toilet roll earrings earlier this year, though. I like the prototype idea. I was talking earlier about when I made some bears, and I made a sitting one and a standing one for me to use as references for myself when I was making others. And those were my prototypes, and I did keep those. Theo says, yeah, I almost never finish projects because I always add new little details. Oh, yeah. I should do a video of my unfinished projects. You guys would be surprised at all the stuff I don't do. It's funny because when I was just doing my art on Facebook and I would see people at conventions or something like that, or somebody like, oh, your art's so good, everything, turns out great. And I'm like, no, Facebook is like, I only share with you what actually I'm happy with. There's so many projects that don't turn out good. But, with the live streams, like, this is what you're getting, whether it turned out or not. Let's see here. I really love how you reply to every single comment. Thank you. I try to. I'm fortunate enough that my streams stay pretty small. It sounds like something weird to be happy about, but I like the 10 to 20 range because to me, it's like hanging out with friends, and it gives me that social interaction, and I can hopefully inspire and help people. I was watching some streams where they'd have 2,000 people on there, and the comments are just going like that. It's like, the people in the chat can't read them, and the people, the person streaming can't read them. Theo says, I have one all the way from middle school. That's awesome. Toast says, yeah, I used to make earrings in the shape of pineapples, and my whole class was walking with pineapple earrings. That's awesome, Toast. Kitty says, burn them all. I'm not for sure what that's in reference to. Miz says, in knitting, UFO is a valid term as a whip. Work in progress. Theo, indeed. Gloria says, I'm cross-stitching 3 projects too. Awesome. All right. I really like the tail. Namaste. I know I said that one right. I'm pretty sure I did anyway. Namaste, my friend. There. Oh, can I move my hands out of the way? I already did, so you can see that. Awesome. You'll have to send me how to, like how to pronounce your name. I don't know if you can type it out phonically. Is that correct? Miz says UFO means unfinished object. Miz, there are so many UFOs in my art room, it's crazy. All right, so there's... I'm gonna bring it up close, and I'm gonna look at my screen so I know everybody can see it. So I'm not like, out of view. All right. Gloria says, a wolf watercolor cat picture and a stained glass picture. Awesome. Theo says, I love the little squiggle on the tail. Thank you. Yeah, I like to add little bends to ears and turns to tails, and sometimes I like having a little tilt to the like a monster's neck. And I still have this scrap of clay that I'll mix in with something else. All right, well, I should probably log off for the evening, guys. I greatly appreciate everybody coming on today. I'm glad I got some new subscribers, some new friends out of this. This is awesome. So remember, I will be trying to do this every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And like I mentioned earlier, if you go to the community tab on Facebook on my channel, there is a link there to my Facebook group that I just started. So anybody who wants to join that, definitely check that out. Toast, have a good evening. Sticky Art says Orc Rat, Snaggle, or Grumball. Oh man, those are awesome. Gloria says I didn't top this little guy on the spot. Sticky Art says name ideas. Yeah, I like Snaggle. Oh, Theo says I like Snaggle too. Awesome. All right, so thank you for hanging out while we made Snaggle. It's morning in India and I didn't even sleep. Well, get some rest now. I appreciate everybody coming on. If you are new to the channel, definitely check out my past content. I have a lot of videos on there and new videos coming every week. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And remember, never stop creating. Bye.